Finding a frame-mounted fuel pump on an older EFI installation is pretty common, but there's a better way to do it now, and we're going to show you how. The problem with the frame-mounted fuel pumps is they could be a little noisy and they could also run hot, which leads to premature pump failure. What we really want to do is we want to get this pump in the tank where it's going to stay nice and cool and quiet thanks to the fuel. The problem is with an original style fuel tank, you've literally got nowhere to put the pump and you're limited to one outlet. You can't even put a return back into the tank very easily, not without welding or any other kind of custom machining. The easiest way to put a fuel pump in any old original style tank is with Holley's new Retrofit fuel module kit. Holley's Retrofit fuel module kit consists of three major components: the fuel pump, the hydromat assembly, and the fuel pump hanger assembly. One of the other drawbacks of using an original style tank is the lack of baffling. To solve this lack of baffling on these older style tanks, Holley uses what they call a hydromat. It's a patent-pending fuel reservoir system designed to reduce fuel starvation issues present in hard cornering, acceleration, stopping, inclines, and low fuel conditions. The hydromat guarantees that your vehicle sees all the fuel that it needs in any condition. The first step in installing the fuel module kit is to pick a location on your tank. You want to keep in mind of a couple things. You're going to want to steer clear of the float for the fuel sending unit, and also if you've got any internal baffling in your tank, you're going to want to make sure you steer clear of that so you have plenty of room for that hydromat to fit. That hydromat is flexible, so it can flex up the wall of the tank or any internal baffling. You just want to make sure it can lay as flat as possible. Also keep in mind that the fuel module kit does sit a little proud of the tank, so you're going to want to pick a spot where you don't have any interference with the floors. The only modification required to your original tank is to drill a 3 1/4 inch hole to accept the fuel module kit. Once the hole's drilled, we want to measure from the lowest point to the highest point inside the tank and note that dimension. That measurement is then subtracted by a number that's dictated by Holley that will result in the length of your supply hose that needs to be removed. Next, the fuel pump mounting bracket will be marked and trimmed using that same measurement and the numbers provided by Holley. With the supply hose and mounting bracket trimmed, the fuel pump could then be mated to the hanger assembly and the hydromat could be snapped into place. Alright, well, now that our retrofit kit is assembled, we're going to go ahead and drop it in our tank. I insert the long end first, then I gently fold the small end in, and then I just feed the rest of the components and it's ready to go. You'll notice that this thick washer on the bottom, it's taller than these ribs, so it's going to go ahead and seal nice and tight. And the way that this unit does that is, it's got these little guys on the bottom here. When these bolts are tightened up, these are going to spin out, they're going to clamp the bottom of this, and it's going to pull everything nice and tight. Well, that's a wrap on the installation of Holley's Intake Retrofit Fuel Module Kit. As you can see, it's a super simple way to install an intake fuel pump in an original vehicle and makes adding an EFI system that much easier.